All right, y'all. So you guys know I've been trying to find the best preacher curl situation. Somebody was like, just use this one. It actually felt good when I sat down with it. I just had to adjust the seat down a little bit more. I'm gonna add, it felt a little bit light to get to like 12. I feel like I want to get to 12. I'm gonna add 10. All right, that was good. I feel like the seat was down too far. I think the best position for me is going to be where this whole thing on here is not going to, I just need to be resting more so like, I'd say like half, or just like more so the support for the elbows versus all the way on there, because the leverage is kind of, it's uncomfortable when I do it like that. So I do need to kind of sit up a little bit higher to be able to, so there is a little bit of a gap. So I still feel like some shoulders, but it feels better.
Yeah.
It definitely feels like, I feel like I'm definitely getting that working right here. I'm just trying to like make sure the shoulders don't start coming into play. I'm gonna take this 10 off and do a little bit more. It's probably really loud right here. See, I'm sure you guys have noticed by now, the audio, even though I have a mic, I have to, like I said, I have to extract the audio, and it's never always super clear. And I know the speakers right here, so I'm already thinking about having to pull the audio. It's all good. right, y'all. I'm pretty much done. I just wanted to show y'all these rear delts. They're getting more developed for sure. I never really noticed like how all this comes together back in here. Let me see. You know I don't be posting. I don't be flexing. Hold on. I don't really be flexing. But yeah, right here. Let's see. But yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, if you look at what I just did, those ones, I mean, yeah, I wasn't coming up all the way, but I didn't feel like I had to come up all the way to get that contraction, you know? The only thing maybe you guys can tell me is I know that there's no way to like totally isolate the rear delt. I mean, there's still gonna be some back stuff going on. So I feel like hold on. I feel like I saw some engagement, you know? But as I it's like starting the rep, it's like engaging some back. But as I like get to the end of that range, it's like all rear delts. It feels like it's all, you know what I mean? So I'm fine with that. But correct me if I'm wrong, if you guys do it like a certain way, or if you really have learned to like isolate. But, you know, I've been doing like the machine, that rear delt machine, and then that incline. The cables don't seem to work out too well for me. So I'm going to not do those ones. But all right, y'all, that's pretty much good time. I did some supersets. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's like 8 or 9 exercises. And when I've done them one by one by one, it's just too long, too draggy. I start to get like fatigued and kind of like run out of carbs. So I think just to like stay on it, when you have like long workout, you have like many things to do, just superset. And what I did was, it was like, for example, the cable ones, those cable hammer curls, those ones were supposed to get to 12. So I picked a weight that I felt like I can get to 12. But as you see, I was coming off of those heavy dumbbells. But I feel like it still works for me because it's like, again, the less the rest time, the more time and attention. So, but if I wasn't coming off of the hammer curls, then I'd probably have to pick a higher or heavier weight to get to that 12, if you get what I mean. But I still feel like it worked out. And I made progress with the preacher curls. So it was a good workout. All right, y'all. I'll see you next time. Bye.